do this and come on now. Hey Kishnar and Kaylee, thanks for stopping by, guys. We've got Tatus with us. I'm just going to North Road Outpost now to meet him. Hey Sino, good to see you.
Hello, folks.
Yep, let us know if you can hear us both just fine. Hey Pyro. Hopefully you can hear us both.
I don't know, let's hope so. Hey there. So,
but yeah, so we're gonna have a special tour tonight of Tatus around North Road. Something I've been meaning to do with him for such a long time.
yeah, ages.
Yeah, he's just a slacker and he takes too long to do anything, so
I have my soon trademark registered, so
that's it. So can anyone just
that's my brand.
confirm? Can anyone in the chat just confirm? Do you hear both Tatus and me clearly?
Yes, I do.
Could I turn my mic up a bit? Let me see it. I'm not even sure if I can do that. I think my mic might be up full. Hold on, it's because it's a different mic.
Apparently I'm the loud one, and that doesn't surprise me at all, for some reasons.
Let me have a look. Oh, not that one. It's possible because I've changed this. There we go, that's what it is. And now that will be the magic thing. That will be fine, correct? I'm pretty sure I'll be back to normal. That was Kaylee coughing in the background. Okay, so let me get across here. Excellent. It's sometimes just because I switch between my desktop, which I prefer, my desktop mic, and my headphones, that thing goes up and down a little bit. But yeah, so let's get across here. You can already see the Colossus of Vinora in the distance. I'm quite well acquainted with this place already, but I'm sure I haven't seen inside everywhere. So Tatus is going to give us a tour around. There's one thing, guys, that me and Tatus and Kaylee have agreed on this such a long time ago, that we know Tatus is possibly, now I'm not going to make his head swell, possibly the best decorator on the server. And he has been working on his castle dungeon and all his castle, but it's not yet finished. And me and Kaylee have said all along, you can ask him, this has been for months and months and months. We don't want to see it until it's finished. So we won't be going in his castle, but as soon as he finishes his castle, we're going to go in. Here he is. Let's give him a wave.
There you are. I prepare my cart in here to guide you through the city a little bit.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well,
And
That's-
surprisingly, you didn't have any permission on my card, so I had to fix that for this ride.
Well,
You know.
yeah. Well, oh, you lead on. You tell us what you want, and if I've got any questions or chat's got any questions about anything, we will ask you
Yeah.
them, and you can try your best to answer.
Of course.
So-
So, I mean, this is North Road Outpost. I mean, that's probably something you all know. The thing that, I mean, the city was built around the road that goes from Seyfeld to Seyfeld Harbor, and all of our shops and houses, at least from the best artisan we got, are on the main road. And, well, I still remember this city when it was just a big common house with like an unfinished scene and just a lot of packed dirt around, but we worked a lot to make it look like this. And I mean, we are quite proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this come from nothing. I remember when everyone, if you look down through the bridge there, you can actually see that there was no road there at one time. And this, I remember Bianca placing the deeds down here, and it was like there was nothing here whatsoever. Now look at it. Okay,
Yeah.
Tatus is a bit low now that I turned up mine. Okay, let me see if I can fix Tatus a little bit.
What's happening?
That's okay. They just say that you're a little bit low now, so I'm just going to try and turn you up.
Oh, okay. Or maybe I can try to raise up my voice a little bit. Anyway, so normally this is a tour I do to all the new folks that join our village, and I start walking, I mean, guiding my car through the main road. And as you can see to the left here and to the right, there are many buildings which belongs to the various people working in deeds. Like there is the Greensteel Smithy that is still here, the inn, Victoria House, the one from Tidaril, all the people with a um, good level on skill, that's a profession, have the right to stay on the main road. Other than that, we recently made the market here, the market of town, with our friends Pets that sometimes shouts about sponsorizing our market with some vendors that sell our goods. And there was here first a parking carts area, but we moved it to the west because we expanded the deed that way.
That's cool. I mean, that's actually the first time I've been in the market.
Yeah,
I ride past regular, but honestly, I'm always in such a rush when I go through North Road. I'm either I've got to get home for something, or I'm meeting somebody at Safehold. So there's always a rush one way or the other for me.
that's why probably North Road Outpost is well known for its main road and for what is on the main road, but there are many uh, side areas where people normally don't go through and don't pass by that we are going to explore right now. Before leaving the main road, another little place I want to show you other than the shops that you can see from the outside. I won't go inside each one, even if you happen to pass by, feel free to enter any private home because each one of our citizens actually decorate their home and they look pretty nice. Won't spoiler or anything, just feel free to explore deeply if you happen to be around. This place is a place that I care about because it's a little garden we dedicated, in fact, to Bianca, that was the founding mother of that city, that actually paid us a visit recently and finally saw what the city became nowadays. So this is just a small present we built for her since she was so um,
Prominent. She was very
she was
prominent on the server.
yeah, so prominent. She was a priest of foe, so we thought a garden could be a wonderful idea to remember her playing around.
Yes, it's a very nice gesture. It is, and it's not. It's a nice little garden.
Yeah, yeah, just it's occupied. Actually, it's even nicer because it's in a place that could be dedicated to an house on the main road, but we just decide to give that space to her memory. So
Yeah,
that's what we did. And behind the garden, there is this little storage, nothing important, but it's where we collect all the freshly cut logs from our tree farms and surroundings.
that's cool.
This is the tree farm of the city that is just outside the city. From this wall on starts the expansion that we did to the west. And for now, it's just a bunch of trees, but we managed to put a low wall all around the perimeter in order to let it feel like part of the city since it is. And we didn't want a second city wall because that was good as it is now. And it's actually the city wall one of the wonders of this city that I must admit Tidaril did all alone. That for me was really an impressive achievement for one single person to build all the city wall all along the city. And it's actually a really nice and enjoyable walk if you go on the ladders up to the city wall and walk all around. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, the outer wall of North Road is really nice. It's well done, and
And you
I
can
like
walk
it.
all over it.
That's
Then
cool.
this is the west part of the city that it's basically our outskirts, and it has this look that for me is a bit more rustic than usual compared to the, the very built city inside. There's way more green than normal. There is this table up here that we used to keep all the horses. There is a bigger stable down below the city, but this is for the houses that are out here. And this building we can see now is one of our common houses. Basically, this one we're still working on it. It has 13 rooms that we normally assign to new people that still don't have an house in town, and this way they can get a room with a bed where to sleep and a few containers with the stuff. And there is another one inside the city, so this will be the biggest one. And then going down this way, we're still in the west of town. There are some plots for people to build their house that, of course, are not on the main road, but I mean, for people that need to rise up their skills on building, uh, those plots here we can see one that is empty, for example, are good places to start.
Yeah, it offers a
Especially
safe area,
because,
doesn't it? For a new
yeah,
player, safe areas.
yes, and especially because when you start playing, you cannot actually start building like stone houses or uh, more complex buildings. So you start for sure, or maybe not for sure, but I mean mostly with a wooden shed. And since inside the city you have some architectural requirements to meet, you cannot start from there, let's say. But this is a good compromise. You're still within the city, and um, you're protected by guards. You have your plots to where to build, and it's something that people appreciated apparently.
Yeah, definitely. I would imagine that it's like, I know this is going to sound awful. It's like having the slums part of the city where new players can
Exactly.
go and
I
do their stuff. That's what it is.
well, I never say that, but I always thought that. But still, I make it look nicer, you
Yeah,
know.
I say it as it is.
But to the left here, we have a little vineyard uh, for the raw material for the magic happens with my wine down the distillery. But
Nice.
and before we go to the opposite side of the city, this is the consortium, uh, basically a building where we store a lot of processed or raw materials for sale. Um, there was a player that owned this house. It's not anymore, but from time to time he log back and he take care of refilling all the BSB with bricks and other things like that. And when it's not around, we sell those items. He knows that, or we use it to build other buildings in the city. So it's kind of his mission to provide us with a lot of materials in some ways.
Yeah, that's good.
And
Stop a minute. Can you just go back a moment? I've just spotted
sure,
something that I've never seen before, and it just
what?
looks so great.
What did you spot? Let me
Look,
turn around the card.
on Dusty's smithy here, how good does that
Uh-huh.
look with the pillar? See the pillar? Like the T-arch
Yeah,
there?
yeah. The
Look,
T-pillar, yes.
look at that. That looks so good. I've never seen that be used like that before. Sorry, I'm just getting down a minute.
Yeah, sure. Anytime you want to get down, just let me know. I'll stop for you.
Guys, look at that. That actually is really sweet, isn't it? I've never seen that used like that before. I like that. I like that a lot. That looks really good. I always think these things are absolutely rubbish. I think they're awful. But used just like that in conjunction, if you use this at the front, so it's like 2 pillars here. That's really good. I like that. I do like that. That's a good thing to see.
Glad. It's kind of some sort of different way to make a porch and looks nice.
Yeah.
So let's say hello to the drunken rat or mascot, and I'm sure I will pass very quickly through the inn because I'm sure every one of you knows the place, but still, let me just go through for a moment, and just to say that this is where I spend most of my time cooking or preparing alcohol or other things. So this is basically my second house.
Yeah.
Be- Here in the inn, we normally role play a little bit, what this game can allow to, and it's kind of fun because people passing by start to chat a little bit in local. So that's a good gathering point for people that want to exchange a few words and talk about the events of Mystic Islands. And that's nice. It's nice that people do that, actually.
Yeah.
So
But not really today. We're not role playing with the horse and cart in the middle
no,
of the
no,
bar.
of course. That's not really what I used to do. I never enter with the carts inside my inn or kitchen, but we're just showing the place around. So
Yeah. Sino says it's his second home as well.
yeah, I know. But Vodka knows that more than I do. I had a lot of barrels before it started to come by, and now I just need to brew more.
Oh yeah, Kaylee says we know. Sino loves his tipple, especially his vodka.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway, this is the cathedral.
Oh, we've got a problem actually, mate. Because we've just took the horse and cart in there, Kishnar's reported
Yeah.
us, and he says the health inspectors are on the way.
Let's hope they want the human meat are using to cooking the new meals.
Okay, what's this? Where are we?
So
The
this is the
cathedral.
cathedral, and in here basically we have the 4 altars, or of the 4 deity, and people stop by praying, or priests mostly. That's here to green channeling or all the skills, and sometimes we role play something inside it as well. Not really sermons, but still
Yeah, but
things
that's
like that.
good. That's still good.
We won't go atop of the cathedral, but there is like a secret library there. And we happen in the past to do some like councils of the city with the officials and so on. It's a cozy place. If you happen to be around, just walk the stairs up of this building and you'll see that.
Well, you've intrigued me, so we're going up now. You've just intrigued me, so we're going to go up and have a look.
All right, okay.
So where are the
This is
stairs?
just a back passage. So we stop here with the cart. That's really an heretic act to enter with a cart inside the church, but still, let's go up for a second. There's this here,
Let's do it.
and one more here.
Okay.
After you, my friend. It's nothing
Oh, this is
Nothing that
nice.
much,
No,
but
it's nice.
it's a good gathering point.
Yeah, it would have been nicer had the fire been lit, my friend.
I
It's
know, but
it's a
I
bit
didn't
chilly
name
up here,
it. Yeah, I know.
but
Especially
it's
because, stone and all those opening at top.
oh yeah, but it is very nice up here, as you say, cozy. It's
Hmm.
cozy. I'm sure Sina will say there's a mug of vodka missing off here.
Yeah, normally I got a pint of vodka right here in the little table, the tripod one, and the fire lit. But
Yeah.
I'm I'm sure Sino will vodka like a good decoration for every point of my city. But still,
Yes, it's very nice up here, mate. Very nice.
glad
Let's
you like it.
yeah, let's get back down.
Yep. We have to go in the bottom part of the city, and I'm keeping, like a last thing, the latest part that is kind of a surprise. I mean, I'm sure that is one. Some people knew that part of the city or know that part of the city already, but not all of you for sure,
Yeah.
because it was recently open to the public. Anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. This is the second common house, and we're actually going to spare for a second because this common house has the rooms that are complete. So I want to show you for a moment how do I decorate the rooms inside for the new people that join the city. And each room has actually a sign with the name of the person living in it.
Okay.
And let's go upstairs instead of downstairs because they are the best rooms for the view at least. Let's see the room of Castor, please.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Even got his own little washing bowl. That's a lovely view over the animal pens. I imagine
Yes.
I imagine the smell's quite harsh, but I'm sure Nymera does her best to keep it clean.
Yeah. I mean, those rooms. The smell is not exactly the best part of this place, but the view is nice and the people are just arrived, so they cannot really complain.
No, the view's beautiful actually.
I mean, if they don't want to live here, I got solutions because I have an house down the mine and I can lock the door down there and let them work in the mine. So I have totally the solution for that.
Yes, indeed. But the views are very
Alright.
nice. The views are super nice.
Uh, be careful not to hurt yourself down the stairs. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, but I'm hard, so it's okay.
Yeah, I know that. And now we finally will make a stop to the famous, to the cemetery that I bug you all the time.
Now you
in
know,
trade chat.
I have never been to this cemetery. I've never been
Well,
here.
There you go. There is
Wow.
nothing much to it. It's not that built, but I like it raw this way. And there is actually too bad that it's not nighttime because demon with a red light around him during the night is kind of, I mean, not scary, but it has its own
Yeah.
atmosphere. All right. There are many people and also some mobs buried in here because there are some mobs that fought fiercely. So I thought if they manage to kill someone, they deserve after that to have a grave, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the place. So if you ever die, you know where to get buried to.
Tatus, you're even buried here, mate. You're even over there.
Yeah, I tell you, I come to cry on my grave many times. It's kind
Okay.
of weird, but I mean, it's Wurm. You die and you respond. What you can do?
Well, guys, now everybody should be a little bit scared of being around Tatus, seeing he's even buried himself.
Well, and not so scary because you didn't see the castle yet, so the torture chamber is still a mystery. You can be even more scary than that. Then, those two buildings, those are really important for my town. As you can see from the outside, they are linked together by a bridge.
Yep.
This way a cart can through the upper part of it, and the upper part is not really that impressive because it's a common warehouse, it's a storage, so it has a lot of PSB and such other like crate racks and nothing interesting whatsoever. But down below is the interesting part. I mean, here the only thing that I like is little bridge that you can pass with the cart from easy areas that the cart can pass through, but
Yeah.
it does.
It's
So
it's magic. It's magic.
yeah, yeah. Mayors are never happy to play, but still. But the bottom part is actually our workshops. It's where we divided main professions with different signs, and each side of this building has its own. Like there is the smithy here, the masonry workshop, and I place common materials for everybody in town to work with. And people can just come here and grind their profession, or especially new people that want to try more than one to understand in which one they want to dedicate their efforts, and this is a nice place where to do so. This is our corner with archaeology. There is the pottery with the clean and so on. I mean, tailoring and rope making, and the other building is the same. It has the other profession that I'm missing here, and I found this place like really important for newcomers because it offers them a lot of materials of things to work on. And I know that sometimes people just want to do things by themselves and don't have many materials collected already. But when you don't know which profession you like the most, it's a good way to discover that. And then you're totally, of course, free to do the things on your own. But it's a good way to start, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a really nice area for a new player or a veteran to come in here and
Yeah.
work. I can imagine it'd be really nice if, for example, there was 3 or 4 of you online and you were all decided, come on, let's have a bit of a workshop night, and you're all in here chit chatting and working. I can imagine it'd be quite nice hearing all the different noises of all the different
Yeah, and
crafts.
sound. Mm-mm. And that happens during the winter especially, because we can lit some fires and we stay close together, and in winter happens a lot of time. Not every time, but it does.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So,
good. That's good.
down below we have a little pen storage, um, all the necessary items to take care of animals. And surprisingly, an active beehive that wasn't aware till now that was active. It wasn't, I swear. Okay, bees want to live inside an house. An
Yeah.
house in a house. Okay. And here we have all the animals. Recently, have a look, please, because I'm still amazed at those flower pots.
I'm just looking at that now. That looks amazing. I just saw that and I thought, what's that? You seen that, babe?
What?
This in front of me.
Yeah.
What is it?
It,
Huh? Sir? What is it? Or don't you know?
What?
Have you even looked at this or not?
Yeah.
What is it then?
It's a beehive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With a
I mean,
pot in it.
it's not. It wasn't me, okay? So I cannot take merit for that. But whoever in town did this is a genius, because I love when people are able. That's why I love decorating. When people are able to combine actual
Items, yeah.
in a way that looks good, and this looks great in my opinion.
It looks amazing, actually. Amazing. I'm going to guess that was Nymera.
I think so, but I cannot bet on it because we have new people in town and they seem pretty smart and have experience, and I bet can be one of them as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't pass through. Okay, let's do that. I'll pass really quickly through the pens, but just to show how deep it goes, because we're reaching the other hand of the deed before passing to the last part of it. And we recently there was a really nice conversation lately in town about the campaign. Weird as it can sound. Basically, we were off gathering chickens around. And at some point I said to my citizen, we need a rooster. And I start having people telling me like, why you need that? I mean, it doesn't lay eggs. It's not necessary. It doesn't do anything. And basically, the reason why I wanted the rooster was just for decoration, because I mean, for me, a pen need one anyway. But my answer was something like, I need it for the reason we need any men, like for nothing, for decoration. So that was my justification for that.
Yeah, he looks good there, doesn't he? Strutting
Yeah,
around, nice and proud.
yeah, it's the king of the chicken pen, so I'm glad he's there. And now we are heading toward our mining town.
Cool.
And basically this place was, of course, like just a big mining room with nothing in it, wasn't reinforced, but you know, when you have many citizens, sometimes you have to find things for them to do. It's basically one of my main tasks in town, to find stuff to do for them. So I had a mason, Tidoril, that was like wishing to have something to do, Nymeria to the carpenter, Tora as well, and I actually wanted this room down below to be at least reinforced for some reason, because I wanted a space where to be able to build something. And it ended up that we actually built a nice area down below. And since it's complete, we actually managed to put some gates on the access tunnel to the other part of the mine, in order to limit the entrance to those that are not part of North Road Outpost.
Yeah.
And by doing so, we actually opened the mine door to the whole server. So everybody, anybody that walks here can actually enter the mine, because cannot go further than this big room we're going to see now. So let's get to it.
Awesome.
This is our last stop.
I haven't been
And
down here at all, but I did poke.
I
I
know.
did give Tidoril the idea to do something down here. I don't know if he told you, but I'm going to guess it's what you've started. So let's see.
Well, let's see. And welcome.
Yes, this is exactly what I said to mate. Build an underground city, because he said he was a bit bored. I says, mate, you got a massive
Yes,
mine
exactly.
underneath here. Build a city. This looks fantastic, mate.
He was a bit bored, and we planned together, because it's fun. We just planned together different areas. He says he want to build this. Nymeria says that wanted to build a library. So let's do one at a time now.
Yeah, let's do
So
that.
there is other use of those T hearts, or
Yeah.
like probably a less interesting one, but still like a chiostro, let's say, with all the things around. And here we have like a smelting area with a cozy forging area too, because of the carpet probably, but it looks comfortable to me.
Yeah.
Atop there are a lot of crates you can see with signs showing what kind of material is in them, and we store basically all the things that we mine in this part. This empty area is for charcoal piles. Too bad I didn't have the time to make some just to display, you know, but we normally do charcoal piles in here, so that's why there is this spinning.
Awesome.
Then there is a little square with a decorative fountain, and we actually go next. Oh, that's one of the gates I was talking about that blocks the entrance to the other parts of the mine. You see,
Okay, yeah.
they are locked. This is the best part of this underground city, in my opinion, following my taste. Just because this little passage, for me, looks so real. Like, it's really, I expect to meet like a thief from the thief guild in here to invite me in their like hideout. I don't know, it looks nice to me, this underground passage here. And this is an underground passage of this miner house. Nobody's living in it yet, but it's the second option I was talking about, where people can, if people complain about the smell of the common house, they can live in here.
Hey Tidru, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Sid. And I want to. Atop there are some beds, basically with yeah, some beds and some other decoration for the miners to live in it. And here instead there is our distillery with a lot of barrels, like where I ferment all the alcohol that Sino drinks. And
Oh my god! And you've left it open for him to get down here.
he doesn't have permission on the distillery. I put the eye hole.
I bet he's on his wagon on the way already.
Yes, I know. And apparently, I'm not sure that all's true, but I heard that aging for wine and other things in barrels down the mine is actually better. Maybe that's not true.
I think
but
it has to be off deed.
Has to be off deed. Okay.
Yeah,
but
I'm
still,
pretty sure.
I like the idea. I like the idea that I have my distillery down below, just for, I don't know, even if it doesn't work for.
Yeah, no,
better
it's
to me
good.
than me up above. Yeah.
Of course, I think so. It's where it should be, underground.
Yeah. And then this is recent addition, the library, and I actually want to step down and enter with you by walking in here.
Okay.
Oh, Tidaril is with us. Please, follow us, Tid. My dear Mason.
I'm trying to find
Alright.
him.
It's just here. So,
Okay.
this is a little library. I actually ordered those chairs to Delila because I cannot make those yet. They look amazing red in here.
Yep.
And I have this way also a little press where we produce books. And I have a plan actually to produce a customized library with books with like quotes from other artists and such inside, so you can actually read something out of a book. And there is an example right here of one I'm working on. Too bad, I noticed you cannot fill all the shelves with books, because at some point the library will say that is too much for it, but still, you can make personalized rubber instead of the pre-made one, and that's pretty cool. And if you notice those two red books, are actually a long work I'm doing. I'm trying to create an actual physical Paul Smith memoir in the game. I'm writing down books, the content of that she wrote, and I want to give the first edition to her once I finish the whole thing. So this is like a little work I'm doing with all the pages inside, with what she
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
she wrote. So this is a place where I retire and work, where I don't want to do my usual cooking, farming stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's go out again.
All right, I'm on.
Yep. Then there is our little pond, and I actually pass a lot of time in here during winter, because I cannot go out sea fishing, and here it's kind of nice because I can put a fireplace right next to the edge of the pond and be warm while I keep fishing.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. A very nice idea. I like the way that it feels like almost like a secret underground area, a pool area, like just a secret area. Do you know?
Yeah.
I like it.
And say hello to Mr. Crocodile here that is watching us and protect our pool. And here there is our ferry, where we basically, instead of the kitchen, we store all the fish down here. And we fillet it, we process all the fish and divide it per QL, of course. So this is a place where all my efforts in fishing ends up. We're still lacking of octopus. I will find a special tile for that soon, I hope. And behind the fishery, there is also a place where I keep...
Yeah, that's incorrect actually, Sino. That's really outdated. Because what it is you want wine to take decay ticks. Instead of it taking decay ticks on wine, wine gets its quality upped because it classes it as aging. So for wine, you actually do want it off deed. So the best place really is actually off deed, but most people hide them in mines, in barrels, because they've got less chance of being found by somebody and being stolen.
Yep.
But for wine, it's definitely better off deed because a decay tick works differently with wine. When it gets a decay tick instead, it knocks the quality up because it's the age of the wine.
And Sino, you cannot imagine that I don't have 80 on beverage skill, and my wine is around 86 or something. That's why, because it's still aging in the barrel, even if all the other beverages I have are really lower than that. And there, Stephanus. Hi, Stephanus. I didn't saw him coming.
You should check it then, Pyro. Oh, hello there, dude. Put one off deed. Put one off deed in an oak barrel and one in a building on deed, and take a look. Take a look. And watch the decays on both.
Anyway, here I have just a two little cages where I put the people that don't work that well inside town. For example, there were some citizens of mine asking if we actually jail innocent people, but it's not innocent. It's not innocent at all. He was a sergeant of the town guards, but he made the terrible mistake to walk over my crops in the fields, so that's why he's there. And there was another one that is sleeping at the moment in the other cage. And
he slept for a bit long, didn't he? Let's be honest.
yeah, I think so. And I hoped I was hoping he would shout, because I give him the task to do so, because sometimes he shouts that he wants to be set free because he's innocent. Just if you pass by, don't believe him.
Okay, so we won't let him out then, right?
Yeah, toss a rock at him, do whatever, but don't let him out. Or he will walk all over my fields again, I'm sure. That's really unbearable. So, anyway, this is a part of town that is accessible to everybody, so if any of you want to visit by themselves, please do, because it's nice. If you want to walk around, I'd be glad to be your host in here, and why not? Maybe I can offer you a beer. So
Awesome.
And so with that, I think we cover most of the city. There is just one little thing that I just remember when I show you the base there made with the unfinished beehive. Another use of multiple items that I really like that is in the house on the mirror. And with that, we will close our visit to North Road Outpost.
Okay. Yeah, possibly then. Possibly, Sino, you probably are right then, because I don't do any beverages, and maybe if they did change it with the underground buildings, they may have changed that as well. If you, both you and Pyro think that, there's a good chance it is. I'm just going on by what I've always known for like years and years. So
Good. Sounds good to me. Now we have to get down and walk there because
okay.
we cannot go there with the cars, unfortunately. But speaking of multiple use for item and how to combine them, a look at this combo coffer right here.
Yeah,
Tell me if it's not nice.
it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, it's really, really nice.
I when I first saw it, I just didn't copy it because I didn't want to copy her idea, but I found it wonderful.
Yeah, it is really, really good.
And if you go around a little bit, you can see each house is really, really well decorated. And this looks like a real kitchen to me, and it's nice. I mean, the fact that that we can place item on an object is something that made me happy. You don't know how much. A lot.
Yeah.
Because I really love doing so. Look at this little library full of stuff.
Yeah, I see Nymera's got a soft cotton cap ready for Christmas still.
Yes. And the leather mask of Twilight,
Yeah.
I always, and you're wearing, but I mean, it makes you look like Hannibal Lecter to me. And you're wearing armor, you look ready for war, so that's fine. But when she's dressed really nicely, Nimira I'm speaking about,
Yeah.
and has that one on her face, it gets kind of scary. I always say, can you please put something else instead? And she ends up putting back or something to make me happy. Oh well. And that's pretty much all about the town. I'm sure I didn't cover all of it, and there are still little part of it. There are, like the castle, for example, there are not that we didn't show tonight. But I mean, this is okay because you can still roam around and discover it by yourself. So
Yeah. I mean, that was great. That was an awesome tour, and I'm sure everyone who's watched and will watch the VOD of it will really enjoy it. So thank you very much for that. And I think the only way right now to finish the tour is for you to give me one of your free meads. I'm sure you've got some kind of mead on tap.
yep,
We've got to do it.
for sure. But I mean, I cannot give you a free mead if you don't take a free rat on a stick.
I don't want a free rat on a stick. Last time, mate, honestly,
No, you have to take it.
I can't.
Man,
No.
it's crunchy. It's nice.
No.
You-
No, last time,
You
mate, I had to see the doctor. I had typhoid for a week.
But I mean, you were complaining for a rat on a stick after buying for ages my stew.
Yeah, but your stew
With
had
the-
skulls in.
Schools and noobs in it.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
you loved it.
Beautiful. But I've tried your rat on a stick once before, mate, and it put me down for a week, I'm telling you.
Okay, so no ratons for you, but I kept a lutefisk for you, so you will have that instead.
Oh my god, are you mad? I'm full, mate. I'm actually full. I can't eat anything. Just the mead.
Okay.
What sort of mead have you got? Because you usually have different ones. What have you got? What beers have you got?
So, why don't we do a different thing? Instead of looking at your thing, come here and open the barrel rack so you can have the whole list and you can pick up the one you prefer.
Okay. Ooh, there's a porter there, look.
Yep, some brandy as well.
Hide the moonshine. Hide the moonshine. Oh, you've got some bitter. The mead.
There is just
ooh.
one thing that is not there because I have to prepare it on the spot, and is the Bloody Mary.
I'll have a pint of stout, please.
Yep.
I'll have a
Oh,
pint
sure.
of stout.
That's the latest beer I got.
Yeah, I do like a nice stout. I do like a nice stout.
And since it's two, I won't give you half a pint, but a full pint instead. Because you have to
Nice.
know that my Heidi is not because of me. I wanted to sell 1 liters at the time. But then again, there are some people in the server that drink a lot. And I don't have the time to make all of that
It's such.
alcohol.
Sino doesn't just buy for him though. Every time he comes and visits me and Kaylee, he brings me a pint. He takes Kaylee a wine. Right.
And then, luckily, it's nice enough to bring back the stain to me. So that's good.
All right. So, cheers to North Road Outpost. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. I just hope I can ride my horse home decently now.
Yes, you can, unless you give a liter to him as well.
Oh no, no, no. My horse doesn't drink. I need him on top form.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Even when I'm a bit docile and I can't move its leg, my horse will get me away every time.
You have to try, put a lot of wine in a huge tub and leave the horse next to it. I tell you, you will have a wonderful experience by riding it.
And yes, Sino has just says he always brings back the steins for you, and I know he does. And if I come in here and I buy anything, I always put the plates back straight away,
Oh,
because it's just the done thing.
let me take the occasion, since probably a lot of people will see this video, to explain once for all this actual thing. Not only you can give back the plate, but if you place the plate on the counter, that's okay, but you can actually activate the plate by double clicking on it and right click on the NPC and give it back directly to him. That's even better.
Yep.
So you can basically give back the plate to the NPC, to Horatio, or the stain to ID, and that will make me happy, and I'm sure will make happy anyone that has a retainer selling stuff, because when you end up when you finish the plates or the stains, you can actually they stop selling stuff because they don't have any container where to put the stuff they're selling. So if you do so, I'm sure you will do a favor to any owner of the retainer around. So
Yeah, and it's not just a favour to the owner either. It's a favour to the next person who wants to come and buy. Because if you happen to take the last ones and you come to buy and they don't have any plates or steins, they can't actually sell to the next person. The retainers can't
Exactly.
sell. So yeah, it's always good manners to return your Crocs.
yep.
Well, thank you very much, Tatus, for the tour, and we
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
coming.
it.
Yeah.
And I will stop the stream in a moment, so it saves this VOD just as it is, just of the tour. So that'll be cool. But yeah, thank you very much, and it was really
Thank you,
great to
everybody,
look around.
for watching it as well, and I'm glad I had the opportunity finally to show you the place, and I'm also glad that we ended up here at the Drunken Rat, because
Yeah, this is one of my favourite places to just visit. Although I have to be honest, my very, very favourite place to visit now on the server has to be the Navel of the World. It's absolutely outstanding.
it is.
So,
Indeed.
one last question for Tatus from Pyro.
All right.
I've just got to wait for him to spit the question out. What professions are missing in North Road Outpost?
That's a good question. Because, there are some people that play all the time in here and at the time and the chance to build up their profession till a higher level. And then there are some, like, cursed profession that a lot of people start and then for some reason or they stop playing and we ended up having like 3 or 4 people doing that, but nobody really going much further. For example, since the departure of Greensteel, we don't have an actual Smith in town. We have Dusty, but it doesn't play that regularly, and he does a great job when he's actually on. But a Smith that can do good tools in town is something that is really required, and we have still spots available for that. More than swords or weapons, just tools. That's important.
And potters? What about a potter?
Potters, we don't have a potter, and normally I don't suggest anybody to do just that. Just because after a little bit, potter for me is great because I need stains, I need amphoras, but it's found that profession to be, I mean, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, it lacks a little bit of depth to be the only profession you do. But still, a potter is something that we need. There is Nimira that is taking care of pottery lately, and some others too, but we don't have anyone dedicated to that. And we need a forester to gather good fruits when it's season, and that's something we miss too. A forester at this moment is something that we really need as well.
Okay, cool. Sino had a question as well. When I said that to return your crocs, to return all the crocs, he says, does that include greenish crocs? So
I don't know, maybe.
he'll take any kind of crocs here.
Yeah. We just don't make the difference. Whatever you can return, I'll be happy to gather.
Right, okay. Well, we're going to call it there, and I'm going to get back. And once again, thank you so much for the tour. And I will catch you all shortly. I'm going to stop the stream and I'll restart it again because I don't want to elongate the stream for the actual tour. So once again, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to show us around. It was awesome, and I think it will motivate a lot of people to do even better with things they do.
That's the hope. That's the hope.
Yeah. Okay. You take care, Tatus.
You too. Till next time.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for now.